The Little Girl Lost and The Little Girl Found, written by William Blake, from Songs of Experience, first published in 1794. Read by Frank Blissett. The Little Girl Lost. In fortuity I prophesy that the earth from sleep, grave the sentence deep, shall arise and seek for her Maker meek, and the desert wild become a garden mild. In the southern clime, where the summer's prime never fades away, lovely Lika lay. 7 summers old, lovely Lika told. She had wandered long, hearing the wild bird's song. Sweet sleep, come to me underneath this tree. Do father, mother weep? Where can Lika sleep? Lost in desert wild is your little child. How can Lika sleep if her mother weep? If her heart does ache, then let Lika wake. If my mother sleep, Lika shall not weep. Frowning, frowning night, o'er this desert bright, let thy moon arise while I close my eyes. Sleeping Lika lay, while the beasts of prey, come from caverns deep, viewed the maid asleep. The kingly lion stood, and the virgin viewed. Then he gamboled round o'er the hallowed ground. Leopards, tigers play round her as she lay, while the lion old bowed its mane of gold, and her bosom lick, and upon her neck from his eyes of flame ruby tears there came. While the lioness loosed her slender dress, and naked they conveyed to caves the sleeping maid. The Little Girl Found. All the night in woe Lika's parents go over valleys deep, while the deserts weep. Tired and woe-begone, hoarse with making moan, arm in arm 7 days they traced the desert ways. 7 nights they sleep among shadows deep, and dream they see their child starved in desert wild. Pale through pathless ways the fancied image strays, famished, weeping, weak, with hollow, piteous shriek. Rising from unrest, the trembling woman pressed with feet of weary woe. She could no further go. In his arms he bore her, armed with sorrow sore, till before their way a crouching lion lay. Turning back was vain. Soon his heavy mane bore them to the ground. Then he stalked around, smelling to his prey. But their fears allay when he licks their hands, and silent by them stands. They look upon his eyes, filled with deep surprise, and wondering behold a spirit armed in gold. On his head a crown, on his shoulders down flowed his golden hair. Gone was all their care. Follow me, he said, weep not for the maid. In my palace deep Lika lies asleep. Then they followed where the vision led, and saw their sleeping child among tigers wild. To this day they dwell in a lonely dell, nor fear the wolvish howl, nor the lion's growl. That was The Little Girl Lost and The Little Girl Found, written by William Blake, from Songs of Experience, first published in 1794, read by Frank Blissett. For Blake's similarly titled poem, A Little Girl Lost, please see my playlist for Songs of Innocence and Songs of Experience.